Hello everyone, I'm Bruffy1322 and this video serves as an update to the Fastest Sports Classics 2017 video where I show the best fully upgraded Sports Classic cars in terms of lap time. For all the information you need about this series, check that original Sports Classics video, but otherwise let's see where the new Anna Savestra falls into that list. And whilst it does make its way into the top 10, falling into 8th place overall, just ahead of the Retinue with a lap time of 1 minute 7.801, so it's almost a second quicker than the Retinue. It doesn't really warrant the pretty high price that the vehicle is. You know, it's $990,000 in GTA. With that's almost the cost of an Adder, which used to be the most expensive car in the game. And the only reason that I can see that it's that kind of price is because it has the ability to add guns to it, and that seems to be a theme now, that Rockstar are adding guns to vehicles that don't really need them, just to be able to say that they're weaponized and bump the price up of them a little bit more. So the performance of the Savestra is very, very close to that of the Retinue in terms of the way that it feels, the way that it handles. It is slightly quicker, like I said, it's as we've seen in terms of the lap time, but it's so far off the other top vehicles in the Sports Classics class, specifically the Turismo Classic, as we'll see with the comparison at the end, and even the 7th placed car, the Torero, that is a good more than a second and a half quicker than it, just in and that's just one position. So the Savestra isn't going to do you any good in Sports Classic races. If you're up against anything from the top 3 or 4, it's going to get left behind. And it's although it's slightly better than the Retinue around a lap like this, its off-road traction loss is worse than the Retinue. It's just a value of 1, which is the same as all other cars. So chances are in a rally situation, the Retinue is going to be quicker than it because of that better off-road traction loss, and it's actually more geared towards an off-road rally style spec. So yeah, the Savestra is kind of, there's not an awful lot to it. It's a very interesting car that a lot of people are excited about, obviously based on the styling and all that kind of stuff, but from a performance perspective, there's really not a lot to shout about, and it's very, very similar. It's kind of just like another Retinue, really, in terms of performance and the way that it handles and things like that. And it's certainly not worth the incredible price tag. Just to let you know that if you do add weapons to this car, you can still use it in races. The weapons will just be disabled, which obviously poses the question as why the Ardent from the Sports Classics class has guns on it but can't be used in races. It's very disappointing because the Ardent is obviously 3rd place in the class and would be competitive, but that's how it is. Obviously the class system and just the cars in general are pretty much a mess in GTA now. But yeah, that is the Savestra. It's okay. It does beat all the old style of Sports Classic cars, but it's certainly not going to be on the pace of the top cars that we have now in the class. So that's pretty much it. Remember to read the description for more info, comment with your thoughts, like the video if you enjoyed or found it helpful, and subscribe for more. Thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.